Alright guys, sorry about the delay. So last week we did have some raffle winners. They all reached out. They all won their gear. I'm actually mailing it out this week when they come in. I had to get those orders in for everybody. Owen, Josh, Jeff, and RJ, I believe, are the 4 winners. I'm very excited for you guys. I can't wait to see you guys rock the gear. Today we're going into Chasers. We are going to dabble into 1-3. I think a lot of the new sessions coming out are going to be 1-3 at Chasers, 2-5 at the Brook, and Gate City also has a 1-3 match to stack. We've been there before. It's out of the way a little bit, but maybe we can dabble there. The scenery fresh. Things are going really well. Some tournaments coming up too. Maybe we'll do some action giveaways or something. That'd be fun to do, so you guys can sweat along with us. I wish, if there's poker rooms that you guys play that are like, you know, New England area where it's like a couple of hour drive and they let me film there, let me know, comment below. And there are some crazy hands in this video, I swear to you. There's like 3 or 4 hands that are absolutely nuts. So go watch the session, enjoy. Big cooler in this video, all right? So let's get into it. Let's see where the cards are gonna fall. Let's see where the chips land, all right? Let's go. All right, let's jump right into the session. We look down at ace-10 of clubs under the gun. We are gonna open up to 10. Middle position is gonna tag along, and it's gonna fold to the button, who is gonna put some pressure on, and he is going to raise it up to 55. It folds to us and we think it over, and we are going to make the call. Out of position does stink, but ace-10 suited, I mean, you know, we got to defend here usually. Flop is going to come 6-6 deuce rainbow. We do have 1 club. There's 125 in the middle. If he bets even half pot here, we're going to fold. And his size is really small, 35. I mean, we got to peel. If there wasn't a club on the flop, I'd probably just let it go, but let's see what happens on turn. And the ace of spades does come in. We check, and now he bets small, 55. Now, either he has aces full, which is very unlikely, or I think we have the best hand by this size, and we're just going to call. No need to raise in case we're wrong, and if we are ahead, he's not calling with anything else. River is going to come the king of spades back to a flush. Don't like it. We check, and he quickly checks back and shows the pocket jacks. Yeah, got lucky on the turn there, obviously. Good way to start the session. Yeah, it was a weird sizing all around, but we'll keep it moving. We look down at pocket queens under the gun again. We're going to open to $10. Now, under the gun 1 calls, and middle position is going to raise it to 50. Now this hand gets pretty crazy. Now it's going to fold to the small blind, who I play a lot of hands with today. And he goes into tank. Now he must be related to Mr. Flash because he moves like he's underwater, but he is a nice kid. He raises it up to 125. Now this is kind of a weird spot for us. The player in middle position only had about 200, and small blind, he's got about 410, 415. Now, we're not really going to flat here often. We don't want to let everybody else in the hand. So it basically comes down to we're either going to fold or we're going all in, right? There's only 2 options. The flat end just doesn't make any sense, really. And, I mean, oh, in 1-3, a 4-bet, it's just so gross. Like, we're hoping he has ace-king, but we go with it. We go all in. And now, under the gun 1, tank folds, middle position snap folds, and the small blind makes the call. He says, do you have kings? I said, no, I have queens. And he goes, I have ace-king suited, and shows the ace-king of hearts. And we are off to a flop. King 10-9, of course. Turn is a 10. River's the jack of diamonds. We river a straight. Oh, baby. I mean, it honestly feels like every time you get it in, queens versus ace-king is always an ace or a king, right? I know everyone hates to say that, but God almighty. But finally, 1 for the good guys. We river the straight. I mean, Andy had hearts too. Oof. But hey, I'm not going to complain. We'll take it. Let's keep it moving. Hijack opens to 20. It's a big open. We look down at pocket 10s in the cutoff. We're going to 3-bet to $60. It is going to fold back, and he is going to go in the tank, and I'm like, oh man, did I walk into another cooler? But he just makes a call. So we're going heads up. There's already almost 125 in the middle. Flop is going to come 7-6-10. Wow, we have top set. But this board is wetter than the ocean. I'll keep it PG. He checks. Now, we ain't betting half pot here. We're betting 75 because this could still hit him, right? He could have straights here. I mean, we're never folding, obviously. We have top set. But, like, it's a very wet board. So he does tank fold quickly. And, oh, we're taking a nice little start to the day here. If we win the first 3 hands, we're already up about, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 600. So, you know, things are moving in the right direction. Now, there's a couple limps on. We look down at 7, 5 of spades on the button. We elect to raise it up to 20. Now, you can flat here if you want. I mean, I hate to come in the hand flatten if I'm on the button especially, but a lot of limpers aren't going to fold, so I don't blame you if you do. We make it 20, and both limpers make the call. Point proven, right? Flop is going to come 4, 5, 7. We flop 2 pair, but again, another wet board. Flush draw on there. We're happy to keep the pot going. We get led into for 20. Very strange. We're just going to call here and see what happens on the turn. And the other player folds. Now, we could raise here, but getting it in, I mean, we'll see what happens. Now we're happy to get it in. Turn is the 5 of diamonds. We have a full house. Let's go, baby. He bets 20. He bets 35. I'm sorry. He bets 35. Now, we're going to raise here because if we flat to trap, the pot's not big. We're not getting all the money in, right? So let's start building a pot here. We size up and make it 125. Praying he's got a straight pocket 4s. But he does fold. Alright, moving along. We look down at King Jack of spades. Under the gun opens to 10. We are going to 3-bet and raise it up to 30. Again, I really hate the sizing. It should be 40, but we did 30, okay? So, mental note, 40 moving forward. Now, the kid to our left is the tightest player at the table. He raises us. He 4-bets to 80. His chips are in Witsec. They're so invisible. But we make the call because it's good content. But do as I say, not as I do. This is a fold because I don't even think it's ace-king, to be honest, all right? So we're obviously looking to get very lucky in this hand. Flop comes 6, 8, jack, 2 diamonds. We flop top here, which is unlucky for us because I know this dude has like top 2 hands, okay? We check it over just to see what he does, and not surprising at all, he does lead out, and he is going to fire 115. And the pot, I mean, it was like, 170-ish. Now, my dilemma is we can't fold here after calling pre-flop and flopping top pair, right? Would have loved the spade, would have loved something more than just top pair, but we're going to call here, and then, you know, if he bombs the turn, we're just going to let it go. Hopefully we improve, hopefully we pick up some kind of equity, but we're, you know, it's 400 in the middle already, which is just terrible. And the turn is the 10 of hearts. Now, it doesn't really help us besides giving us a gut shot, but it might scare him. It might make him slow down, and if we can get to a river card, maybe we can, you know, throw in a huge bet and bluff him. Maybe we can catch up. But yes, he does check back, thankfully. And the river's the jack of hearts. Let's go. Now, I know you guys are going to think there's a flush on board. He doesn't have a flush, ever, because we don't really think he has ace-king of hearts here. He really only has aces or kings. Those are the 2 hands I put him on. Very rarely, maybe queens, but it doesn't even feel like queens, to be honest. Now, he has like 307, 306. There's 4 in the middle. Now, I was thinking going 175 because I think he'll call with 1 pair of hands. Well, with the jack on the board, whatever. He doesn't even beat a jack now, right? So we got to make it look like we're just, you know, it's all in or nothing. So we go all in and put him all in for 307. There's 710 in the middle. If he calls, it's going to be over $1,000 in the middle. He goes into tank. Now, when he tanks this long, I know our read's right. Aces or kings. And again, we have a king, so it's likely just aces. You know, he goes into tank a very, very long time. And he does give it the old, you know, F it, I call. Let's see how unlucky I am on the river. He does call and flings his chips at us. That was a gross one, man. If he bet the turn, we were going to fold. But, I mean, just a crappy runoff for him, and we got lucky. Don't make that a habit. We had to get real lucky in that hand to catch up to the aces. All right, moving along. We look down at 10-8 of clubs. It is going to fold to us, and we're going to open her up to $10. it is going to fold over to the hijack, who are raisy daisy. He's going to raise it up to 40. Now, it is going to fold over to the big blind, the kid that moves in quicksand. He tanks for 16, 17 hours, and he does make the call, which is kind of weird because he's been raising a lot. So we're closing the action. We're happy to put the chips in. We call. We're going 3 ways to a flop. Is over 125 in the middle. Now the flop comes 8, 6, 3, 2 clubs, and we have top pair and a flush draw. Now this is when things get kind of weird. Mr. Slow Motion leads into us, and he bets $60, half pot. Now, he's pretty deep. He's got over 500. Do we really want to flip here for all of this money and raise here if he jams? No. And we don't know what the other guys are going to do either, so we're just going to call here and call the 60 and see what develops. Original raiser does fold. Now, we're in position, and we have top pair and a flush draw, and we can kind of navigate what happens now. Turn is the deuce of spades, changes nothing, and of course, the flush can never just come in and make things easy, right? Why would they do that for us? Now, he tanks for another 48 hours and then starts to finally count some chips. And he makes me linger here for the next 6 hours. And he does fire out 150. Now, this sizing's kind of weird. There was only 240 in the middle, so I feel like if he had a big hand, he would have sized up. But again, no need to raise. We're just going to call and pray to improve on the river. We have showdown with top pair also. So hopefully he might just give up, or, you know, a lot of things can happen on the river here where we don't want to raise the turn and get blown off. Jack of spades on the river completes the backdoor spades, but honestly, to me, the jack was irrelevant. I don't think he has jack 8 here. Jack 8 with a club, I mean, it just doesn't seem likely. We have the 8 of clubs, so he can't even have jack 8 of clubs. And now he does go all in for about 383. And I know you guys are saying, wow, why hasn't Tone folded yet? A spade hit, and he's not that strong. He's been doing this with a lot of nonsense today. I really haven't looked him up yet, and I feel like if there was ever a time, man, the price was a little too high, but I really, you know, this wasn't me acting. I really wanted to look him up here. I just really couldn't think of many bluffs, and I know we do end up finding a fold here, but, you know. Alright, guys, now this is honestly one of the sickest hands I've been involved in a very long time. There's like 4 limpers, okay? And we have pocket deuces in the small blind and complete. The kid who we just beat with aces finally rebuys and sits down. So he's obviously monkey dizzy, right? He squeezes to 35. And now the first guy that limps, min clicks it back to 67. Like, this hand made me so bothered, man. I honestly, just so many things happened that just made me aggravated. But it does fold over to us now, right? So the guy that limp back min clicked has $132 behind, so like whatever. But the kid who's spun right now just bought him for 500 and he's dizzy. And we're trying to set mine. So we're gonna call the 67, and if the guy actually has a hand on the left of us, we'll just fold, right? But I mean, you know, it's just, he's so mad and he's squeezing so light. Yeah, and he just calls. So we're going 3 ways to a flop. There's 200 in the middle, and there's a lot of money to be made here if we can get lucky. Flop comes 3 deuce 3. Holy crap, we actually flopped a full house. We check. The original raiser checks, and of course the short stack is going to go all in. He goes all in for $132. Now, the guy to our left has 475, okay? We obviously want him in. If we re-raise here, which there's no need, he might fold some kind of 7s and 6s if he's not, you know, completely dizzy. So, and if we flat here, he might try to isolate us out with those hands, right? So obviously, flat ends the play here. We're making it look good, and we're counting out some chips. And then we do end up just calling the 132. Now there's almost 500 in the middle before he even acts, and he's got 475, and I have him covered. This pot can absolutely blow up. He goes in the tank, and now he announces, yes, he's counting them out. All in. We snap call. We show the good news. He has quads. How does he have quads? Pocket threes. There's no way. There's 1,300 in the middle, and we're dead. We're absolutely dead. Oh my god, this hand stings. It honestly makes you laugh a little, like, how is this the flop and how are these the hands? 3-bet, no, open 3-bet, and it's threes and deuces, and the flop's 3-3 deuce. The other guy has tens, he has no chance in hell. I mean, oh my god, 1300 in the middle and we're stone cold dead. I mean, this is one of the grossest hands I've seen in a very long time. And on top of it, the dealer yells out, high hand for the quad threes. I'm like, yeah, just kick me when I'm down, bro. I mean, oh my god, this is just so gross. How do the poker gods find this kind of board? I mean, and if the guy doesn't min click the tens, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get fold pre, but this one was just so bad in so many ways. Alright, now if you guys know, after losing a huge hand like that, if the very next hand you look down and see pocket aces, you know something bad's happening, right? Things like that don't really happen. So there's a couple of limps, and we are going to open it to 25. Right now, the helicopter's crashing. We're spun. Now, either everyone's going to fold and we're going to pick up $7 and be annoyed, or someone's going to call and bad things are going to happen. Now, if you watch this channel, you know aces are never kind to us and someone SOS, okay? One call with a flops 9 Jack 5 rainbow. Okay, you know, pretty innocent looking board, I thought. He checks. We bet 25, just praying, you know, keep the fish on the rod. Let's get some money back after having our heads ripped off and spit down outside last hand, all right? Turn is the jack of spades because why not? Yeah, he checks. Yeah, we check back. Everything's great. River's a 7 of hearts. Now, if he checks, we're going to bet, and if he bets, we're going to probably cry and call. I don't think he's checking a jack hit again. We bet 75, a little less than pot. Now, if he raises, we're folding, right? Like, we're not going to just give him all the money. But if he flats, like right now he's tanking, I'm like, oh, we got him. He's got like a 9, right? Finally, something good happens. We show the good news, and he has 10-8 of clubs. What the hell? He rivers a straight. Like, oh my god. This is when the wheels are falling off. I mean, this is like, you know these sessions, man. Now, this is the third hand in a row, okay? Kings! Pocket kings! We lose with the full house. We lose with aces, and now we have kings 3 hands in a row. So you guys understand, I might literally jump off the Tobin Bridge. The kid who I've been fighting with opens to 10. We make it to 30. I hate the sizing. I know I keep saying that, and he calls. Now, God. The flop is 6, 7, 7 rainbow. He checks. We are going to bet 40, and we bet $40. Now, he raises us to 125. Meanwhile, I'm never folding, right? He could show me aces and quad sevens. I'm not folding. I'm so aggravated at this point. We're going to, somehow, we're level-headed and just call, right? Because either we're dead, or he's bluffing, or he's betting with a worse hand, and we're going to give him the rope. We're praying at this point, like, holy crap, right? Turn is the 8 of hearts. What a terrible turn card. Oh my god. We just know, like, our stomach is in knots right now. There's 314 in the middle, and he takes 9 hours per usual, and I'm ready to strangle him. But no, he's a nice kid. I'm just joking. But I'm like, oh my god. And he, oh my god, look how long he takes. This is ridiculous. Finally throws out a bet of 150. We're like, alright, well, like, I'm not folding. I don't care. Like, again, show me quads. I'm still calling. We call the 150. Please, poker gods, don't make us lose 3 hands like this in a row. Threes, aces, and now kings are in jeopardy. River's the 5 of spades. All in. I go, I want to see it. Let me see it. He shows king 9. Like, mother! Man. And I will say, this hand really, I reacted poorly, alright? As a pro, you have to handle these better. You have to stay calm and level-headed. I do, that was, I owned that. I didn't handle that hand well. Alright, and the last hand of the night, we're like 4-handed. Middle position opens to 15. Small blind calls. We look down at the big blind, jack 3 of hearts. We just call because at this point, who cares, right? We're literally, this is the last hand of the night. We want to go home. We flop trips. Yeah, why wouldn't we in this small $40 pot? Check, check. He ends up betting 35. The other player folds. We just raise to 75. At this point, like, we're trying to build a pot before we leave. He obviously seen 3 hands in a row. Our soul was ripped open. They bent us over. There was blood everywhere. Diddy has all the lube. Like, everything bad's happening to us, right? And he calls. Now there's about 200 in the middle. He's got about 272 behind. What? I don't even care at this point. Turn is the ace of hearts. Now, I bet 75 here because I want him to either go all in or fold, right? If he has an ace, he's going to go with it, right? He only has 200 behind. There'll be almost 400 in the middle. And anything else, like, he's probably scared of an ace anyway. But he knows I could have anything. I'm spun, right? Like, there's tornadoes above my head right now, right? Like, I could, Jesus. So, and he's only got 2. He goes all in. We snap call. I'm like, bro, I hope you beat me at this point. I have aces full. I don't even care. He shows queen 10. Yeah, we have the nuts. All right. We win the last hand of this session. But honestly, we had to end up having a good session. We're still in for 500 somehow. You know, in for 500. Out for 1222. We made 722 after that brutal day. And we'll take it and keep it moving. I told you guys, that deuces versus pocket threes hand, like flopping a full house against quads and being stone cold dead. And what was funny, well, it's not even funny, it was painful. They have a 10K bad beat at Chasers, and it got hit that day. So it doesn't, so 1 per day. So like it resets. It is full of jacks or something. And so if I even hit a deuce, like at one point I was like, oh, if we hit a deuce, bad beat. The dealer goes, no, it got hit. It got hit today, so you just, you know, SOS. Oh yeah, you just shot a luck. And so, you know, that was just a gross one. And then we lost the kings and aces back to back, and, you know, I did lose my cool a little bit. For some reason, that king's hand, it just, you know, it triggers you sometimes. And, you know, as a pro, you have to be able to handle those better, and I did get a little crabby at that point. I mean, we're all human, right? And, you know, I did, looking back, I was like, that can't happen no more. And I'm just enjoying some sun. And I usually hate the summer, so. But yeah, so, you know, it was a great session. We made 722. We were in for 500. We cashed out 1222. You know, things have been rolling pretty well for us right now, and these are the good things. Like, and I want to take a break to mention variance. See, we lose the full house on the flop, right? We lost. We lost with aces. We lost with kings. And then you win the jack 3 hand. Like, what? And then you win with the king jack against aces. Like, ebbs and flows, guys. You know, like, it all evens out, I promise you, all right? So next session, we're going to try to get to the brook, play a little 2-5, all right? So hope you guys enjoy the video. Please comment, subscribe, share, you know, and we're going to get the next raffle going soon, all right? I'll see you guys in the felt.
Underdog Poker.